Right. Almost there. There we go. Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet. We are back playing some more. The first Berserker Khazan. And if we're being honest, this might be, so far, my favorite Souls-like that I've played. This combat is great. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. This combat is fantastic. A couple things that you're probably going to notice if you were here at the end of last stream. First of all, death counter. It's a little bit different. I might have grinded a little bit. Not intentionally. Not intentionally. I mean, technically the game kind of forcefully lets you grind anyway, right? If you're going after a boss, you're going to get some souls regardless if you're fighting the boss. That said, you can also tell my armor is completely different. So we are wearing full soul eaters, including the weapon. Do I really know what the phantom thing is? No, because this is something okay, hang on. Hold the phone. Let's take a step back. So, why do I have some extra deaths? Why do I have new armor? So, the Viper boss that we are on currently is a son of a bitch. He is a real pain. So we left off at the end of last stream fighting Viper, and we paused. And so what I ended up doing is I wanted to practice just overall mechanics just a little bit more, and so I ended up going back, and we fought this guy a little bit. There was a side quest here. And there was a phantom soul here that we could fight. We tried, and we got like a, what was it? It was like a third, maybe, through his health. Maybe even less than that. And so, I played this guy. And I played him again. And I played him again. And I played him one more time. And then a few extra times. And that gave me quite a few levels. I also learned this guy. Okay, I gotta remember. Oh, yeah, that's block. Gotta remember all my buttons now. And so I ended up fighting this guy. And I got to the point where I could beat him pretty consistently. Ah, I missed that. In, I don't know, about a minute. Okay, so he's got his 3 slashes, which that one always gets me. There we go. One more, and then he's got a grab. So, as you can see, compared to last stream, we're a little bit better against fighting this guy. Ow. Okay. Now he's just going to prove me wrong here. There we go. Okay, claw attack, easy enough. Now we have Judgment, which I haven't fully figured out how to use yet. Okay, there we go. So I think Judgment is what we can use. So if the enemy is exhausted, or we get him basically to the point where he's broken, we can use that to then extend our window and do a little bit more damage. And that comes from having the full Soul Eater set. So basically, I grinded this out for a little bit. because the set was pretty cool. And this was basically the only way that I think you can get the set. So, did a bit of practicing, got the full set. Took me quite a while. Five of these, or four of these pieces. No, five of these pieces. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the weapon. Why is that not adding up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow, I can't count. Yeah, so, everything but the pants basically dropped very quickly. The pants would just not drop. And then, actually, this morning, before I went to work, I was like, oh, I got some time. I want to do one fight, maybe two. First drop was the pants. So I was like, sick. Yeah, so it's very much, it gives us a bunch of extra stamina. We do extra stamina damage. And overall, the armor is actually pretty good. Pretty good. So in terms of skill tree stuff, I don't know if I necessarily want this full moon. I have it, which basically just changes how our potent attacks go off. I also went into this Rod Smite so we can attack back after a Brink Guard. We've got some more guarding stuff up here, and I don't know, did I do anything in common? We have Reflection. I still haven't figured this out yet. I gotta practice with this a little bit. Brutal Attack, Execution, we already had that. Recover Health on Execution, we already had that. Javelin, we already had. Counterattack, we already had. Okay, so this is not that much different, and mostly, and I think Assault may be different. But the thing is, the game kind of, excuse me, the game kind of halts you because you can, like, spam bosses, and even if you don't kill them, you get souls. You can still level up. However, as you can see in the top right, it does lock you for skill points. So until I complete a certain mission, I won't be able to add any more skill points, at which point it'll probably give me, like, 12 skill points. You can still put points into stats. So here's where we are for stats. I don't remember where we were Tuesday. I think we might have been in the high 20s, potentially low 30s. But I don't really recall. But fighting the boss gives you a ton of souls, plus you get all the extra gear, which you can then sell off and get souls, so you can level up pretty quickly. So that all being said, it's about time that we head in here and try and take down this freaking boss, which might take us a while. I was kind of joking around Tuesday when we hit the first cutscene. I was like, oh, yeah, it'd be so funny if there was a second phase, because the first phase was so hard. And then there was a second phase. And I had no health potions, and I had like 5 health points. It was not great. It was not great at all. He is a freaking cool boss, but I'm gonna have to refresh my brain on how to fight this guy. Is there a third? No, that's just 2. Man, I have a hard time telling how many hits his combo is going to have. Need my stamina. Yeah, there we go. So that resets this so we can do a little bit more damage. Ah, frick. I was still locked in. I couldn't dodge that. Okay, I think he's gonna do another one of those. Nope, he's gonna do that. Okay. Actually, I should save those. I forgot Judgment, I think, needs 3. Ah, damn. Damn. Okay, well, this is clearly not the fight, but we gotta practice it regardless. Oh, I don't have enough. Crap. Okay. Well, we get to the second phase, but second phase is we're not going anywhere here. Alright, that was a good first attempt for not remembering the fight at all. It was fine. I'll take it. Man, his timing is so weird. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, so far that Judgment is really going to help out. I don't know that if I can... I don't think I... Oh, I can hit him through this. Okay. Oh, right. I gotta... Yep, I can't block that. Can't block that. Gotta dodge it. Ah, shit. I don't have time to block. God damn, dude. I'm having trouble identifying when he's going to do like a third hit, when he's going to do a fourth hit. Ah, shh. Come on. Okay, there we go. That was bad, but we still didn't take any damage, so I guess it's fine. I literally was not even looking at the screen. That was totally my bad. That's okay. Man, such a tough fight. Such a tough fight. Okay, come on. Okay, you gonna launch yourself at us, or what are you gonna do? You gonna spear me? Dodged too early. Come on, come get me. Actually, probably shouldn't have done that, now that I think about it. Probably should have saved it for the second phase.
No. The power of Hisma.
Ah, that was stupid. Dude, whoever develops these fights needs to learn how to make it so that players can see. I can't see shit in here. Yeah, I can't see shit. I don't know what it is. I just can't see the boss. Like, I obviously can see him, but he's just like blending into the background. Like, this one is fine. All right, we get him below half. That's not that bad. We're doing that pretty consistently. Oh, one more hit. Oh my god, come on. There we go. Alright, and then we save the judgment for this, if we get that far.
The power of his mark.
Okay. Well, that sucked. That sucked a lot. Yeah, whoever decided to put, like, snow, like, blizzard snow plus a dark light with a dark boss, we gotta have a discussion about visibility. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad. I should have backed off. Okay, not bad. We're at this point. Haven't used a health potion yet. We're getting more consistent. Consistency is key. Except for this stupid move. There we go. Nice. Actually, I should have executed there for the extra health. That was my bad.
The power of his mark.
I don't understand the timing on that. Ah, shit! Okay, well, I don't think this is the one, but this is the best run so far. Oh, fantastic. I can't see a freaking thing, dude. Dude, some of this fight is so good, and then some of this fight is so utter dog shit. Okay, nice early break. Okay, love to see it. God, he's freaking smart, dude. There we go. Okay, we'll get this for the extra health. All right. Now in the second phase with four health pots. Well, 3. Right, come on, dingus. Come on, big damage. Okay, that's big damage. Are you gonna do your cyclone thing? What are you gonna do? Or are we gonna turn it all night? There we go, there we go, okay. Just took a second for it to kick in. Okay, now it's dark. He's gonna jump at me. Oh, what is this? I can't... Dude, I can't see that. Are you out of your mind? Yes! I didn't think it was going to do that much damage. I guess I might have got a headshot. Ugh. All right, sweet. Yeah, having that extra damage and stamina damage obviously was going to be a really big help there. Okay, so we got some lore here.
For so long, this power had threatened the Empire. The power of Hismar, the Berserk dragon.
Okay, so Hismar was the ancient one. Ozma was the one that, like, betrayed us or something.
Chose us to be the ones to defeat him. Me and the great mage Ozma.
Oh, for some reason I
My
thought Ozma
closest
was a
friend and
dragon.
comrade.
Why did I think that?
We
I mean,
were
that makes
loyal
more
servants
sense
of
that a
the
mage would
Emperor,
betray us.
but that loyalty was betrayed. The Emperor, the nobles who falsely accused me, especially Pavel, they will all pay one day.
The Mage Ozma, a traitor too. Yes. And did you hear what they did to him? Blinded and then executed. Just like a traitor deserves.
Ozma, my friend, I swear we will be avenged.
So maybe I misunderstood something, or maybe I have information that I shouldn't have. I thought Ozma was the one who betrayed us. Maybe I misunderstood.
This place, if there is a hell, then this is surely it. Emperor Palmyria, Pavel, you will both be dragged down here.
Mission complete. Sick. Alright, what's up, buddy, old pal?
That annoying scholar Defrona was right. That device isn't the reason for what's happening in the netherworld. We still need to find the cause of the disruption and stop it.
Yeah, that would have been mighty convenient if the game just ended right there.
Get ready, mortal. We have finished here, but there is still much to be done elsewhere. You see this? The restored energy here has opened up.
Oh, I thought there was something literally here.
Inside the crevice. We should explore it.
Tell me about this realm of the living.
Here in the crevice lie the realm of souls and the realm of the living. They were sealed off until now, due to a lack of netherworld energy.
I feel...
Mortals may come and go from the realm of the living, with Charon's permission. In other words, you may bring in those you think will be of use to you.
Move to the crevice. Yeah, so the crevice, which literally right here...
You've opened a way to the realm of
Excuse
the
me.
living.
Sorry.
Lord Charon commands me to help.
Oh,
you.
cool. Defrona's here?
I suppose that means I have to help you too.
I was really hoping I wasn't going to have to keep going back to the area where she was before. Yeah, so I was asking before, like, is this kind of like a manifestation of the connection between us and the Blade Phantom in our head? Is this real? What is it? And then, of course, it literally says the crevice in the menu tips. But yeah, basically, this is a world between worlds, essentially. Makes sense.
The realm of the living is now connected to the Embar's temple. It seems there's someone here who wants to meet you.
I'd like to meet you, Defrona.
By the authority given to me by Lord Charon, I have brought them into this realm of the living. I suppose that means I can also help others come here.
Okay, we got a secret demon door.
You know about the red stones? The
That was a weird
codex,
cutscene.
Or the lacrima of circulation? No? Of course not.
We know about the
Well,
red
come
stones.
find
I don't know
me
what the
again
codex
if you
is. The
wish to
lacrima
know.
of circulation. I think we know about that. That sounds familiar.
Souls meant for the netherworld are disappearing. What's going on in Embers is just a small part of a bigger problem. We need to find out what's causing it and stop it.
Spirit of advocacy. Oh, so this is where, yeah, I don't care about that. Enter training ground. No, I want soul stones.
More soul stones to unlock more effects.
Okay, never mind. So I think we're good there. What did I get for gear? I got a weapon, a Fallen Lord's Spear. You get a couple special moves. But I would lose out of my Phantom Judgment set, so I don't think we're going to be doing that. We did get the helm, though. Be cool. So it does seem like bosses in this game, you can basically farm them, probably for their gear sets. So I don't think that there's like a whole lot of reason to keep this around, but I'm gonna keep some of this stuff around. I got rid of basically everything else. Brutal attack damage 12, frontal damage. So I think this. So like frontal, I was going through the guide as well to the, was it the encyclopedia? Yeah, I was going through the encyclopedia. Where is it? Yeah, I think it's all this. To try and understand some of these things. So like frontal damage defense would mean what? Frontal damage applies an effect when attacked from the front. Right. So anytime that we would, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Anytime that we take damage from the front, our defense goes up by 108 for some amount of time. I don't exactly know how much time, but for some. Dredge Dragon perhaps could be useful if gifted to the right person. Okay, interesting. Used to craft gears from the Fallen Lord set. And then obviously I have a bunch of this because these are all drops from the dude. The Duderino. The guy we fought at the beginning of the stream. Is there anything going on? Oh, wait. Oh, you've moved down here now. Why'd you leave? Why'd you come down here? Alright, so we're gonna have a bunch of helper people at some point. And, of course, it's closed off. Okay. So, oh, wait, no. I don't think I can do my skill points yet, right? Oh, wait, I can. Oh, it literally locks me at the... Oh, so mastery level is not tied to your overall level. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and decrease the stamina cost of dodging. I gotta get my stamina. We gotta get that under control. Oh, wait. This is not where I need to go. This is not where I need to go. Yeah, stamina management is gonna be very, very important. What? Did I actually go to a new location? Oh, it seems so. What's up, old lady granny?
My grandson to help you on your journey.
Great. He can play us music. No, that's an abacus. He can count for us. That'll be helpful. He can be their death counter.
Make good use of him. He has a talent for spotting useful items.
Does he now?
I am needed back at the mountains, but may the blessings of the three go with you.
So am I in a different crevice? How do the crevices work?
I am Dweemuk, grandson of Queemuk. She sent me to find you, but with dire news. Brace yourself. It's worse than you can imagine. The beacon in Frau village has been lit.
The beacons have been lit!
Kin are coming.
Gondor calls for aid. I suppose in this case it's Dragonkin.
Pavel is likely on his way with his own forces, but if he arrives too late...
Wait. Pavel?
Yes, he's the lord and protector of Frau. Please, we must hurry. If you need anything, just let me know. I've got stuff that might be useful.
Oh? What kind of stuff? Holy shit, that's a lot of defense. It has no set bonuses though, and that is a big dud for me. What else do we have? We have a Hearthstone. We can play card games. Abandon the current mission, return the crevice. Okay. Increase stamina recovery rate, teleports back to the last blade Nexus Khazan, interact with what? Ooh, that is super handy actually. I'm actually gonna buy a bunch of these. Just gotta remember to use them. Retrieves the lacrimal loss from Khazan's most recent death. I could see that potentially coming in handy at some point. And then we don't know anything about crafting yet, so there's no point in buying this, and this is all garbage. So let me do this. Let me actually throw this down here. Let me throw Summon Stone. We'll throw it down there. You know what? I should probably try. I don't remember if stuff like that. Actually, let's do this. I don't remember if items like this reset when you die, or if you use it, it's just gone. So I suppose I have to get weird. So there's a portal to a similar crevice as opposed to them just coming to mine? I don't quite understand the implication of that. But we have a ton of points here that we got for killing that boss. So let's go ahead and upgrade our stats. And so we're going to get to 25 Vit. We're going to get to 25 endurance, and then after that, so we'll probably get to 25 endurance, if I had to guess, probably today. And then from there, I'm just going to do a bunch into proficiency and just get our damage and stamina damage up. But I want to kind of like, this is stupid, like this, honestly, I'm probably overanalyzing, and probably everybody does this. But I like having, first of all, I like having even numbers. If you change the volume on the TV, don't put it at like 27. It's got to be either like 25 or 30. Even numbers are okay, but I prefer multiples of fives. Kind of same thing with stats, right? So like, I don't want this to be like, oh yeah, we'll get it to 22 and then we just leave it there. It's like, no. You either get it to 20 and live with the fact that you have left stamina, or you get it to 25. You're not leaving it in 22 for the whole game. So we'll get this to 25, get us a bunch more stamina, and then we'll kind of focus on damage. Our damage should be pretty good for a little while because, again, you got to consider that, you know, did a little bit of grinding on one of those bosses, so we got a lot of points. A lot of points. Yeah, I mean, this is recommended level 24, and I think we're level 40. To be fair, though, that previous area was recommended level 18, so you could screw off level recommendations. That was not a recommended level for that. No freaking way. Although, again, to be fair, we are playing on the hardest difficulty. Now, I don't know if this game was developed with that difficulty in mind, right? Kind of like how Lies of P, the hardest difficulty is technically base difficulty, and then everything is made easier.
Gives us hope.
Have you seen Pavel?
No, General Khazan. He isn't here yet. That's not like him at all. Whenever the Dragonkin attack, he's always at the front, leading the counterattack. I know he would never abandon his people. He'll be here. I know it. But if he doesn't arrive soon, things might get bad here. Very bad.
What do you know about the Dragonkin attacks?
The Dragonkin have been attacking the village for some time now. We thought they were just soldiers from the Dragon War who refused to move on. But this new attack shows how wrong we were. I fear for everyone's safety now.
All right, let's go. Okay, nothing there. Okay. So what do we think? Is that the main route? I feel like this might be a side route. What is up? Oh, that's just ice. Okay. All right, dogs. I'm not the same man I was a couple days ago. I've evolved. Oh, shit! Oh, I couldn't tell. I thought he was gonna whip back at me. It looked like he was kind of rearing up and then was gonna slam his head back down. Oh, that's a bar. That's a bar. That's a fat bar. Okay. Let's get that moonlight up. Oh, we got a blood axe. That was freaking sweet. Hunter stuff. I want no freaking hunter gear. I want like I want dragon killing gear. Now, okay, so this is where... Oh, okay, so it literally just loops around. Well, that's handy. Well, that's indeed handy, because now I don't have to question where to go. It's a piggy. Okay, this whole spin around thing is gonna get me sick. Thank you. Oh. Okay, let's not do that. Be very, very careful. There we go. We're good. We're good. Actually, let's take a look out here. I literally, last night, was it last night? Yeah, I suppose it was. I started reading Vinland Saga. And so the whole, like, Viking ship with the dragon on the front, obviously very relevant to the beginning of that story. Well, I suppose obviously if you've read it.
You are agitated because of this power.
He was the first one to betray me. Now he will pay.
For some reason that looked like a weird fire. One that you had to like activate something. Oh! Why didn't I learn from the first worm? That's hot garbage! That's hot ass garbage. Wow, that was kind of bullshit. Hello there, Annie. I was wondering about that. I was like, this is going to be kind of dumb if he just throws me off the cliff. And then that's literally what he did. Oh, wait, there are multiple executions. I didn't realize that. That's pretty sick. Okay, so give me back my stuff and don't be a dick and throw me off the edge. There we go. We're just going straight up for the execution. No waiting around for that one. Oh, I thought there was another one for a second. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Can I fight you from here? Yeah, the camera angles in general could use a little bit of love. I don't know what the point of that was. Although, to be fair, a lot of it is my own right finger, but... Oh, shit. God damn it, dude! That's the third... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, see, like this, I can't see shit what's going on. There we go. Okay, so wait, red. Yes, this we're fine to summon. And I'm dead. And I'm dead. No! I tried to heal. That was stupid. Heal animation takes a little bit. It's okay. That's okay. Not a big deal. Oh, wait. Are the worm... Oh, the worms are going to be back. Shit. Alright. Well, screw the pig. Okay, or the pig's just gonna follow me out. Oh, that's why it keeps fucking You know, in the grand scheme of things, that's actually pretty... Like, it's actually a pretty smart trap. Because it's literally taken me this long, and I know this is so dumb, and I should have figured this out earlier. That isn't actual lacrima that I can pick up. It's literally, like, the worm tricking me. Which, again, I know is obvious now that I'm sitting here looking at it like, oh, I've respawned several times, and it's back, which is typically not the case. It's like, of course, you dingus, because it's not actual lacrima. It's just the freaking worm that's spawning. Took me a little bit too long. Oh! Okay, and I can only fight these guys once. Alright, well, I didn't know that. Ooh, a bunch of pilgrim stuff. Yeah, so we didn't... What is the hunter set? Oh, right, yeah, we've already seen that. I don't care about the hunter set. Oh, okay, so we could do some pilgrims. So potent blow, damage increase, sprint dodge, damage increase. Oh. Okay. Nice. Unfortunately, in order to get the third, I would have to get a pilgrim weapon, which doesn't seem all that great. Because then I got to get rid of my soul piercer, and then I'm getting rid of phantom judgment, so... We're likely not going to get that. But it's nice to get a little bit of bonus now from our accessories. Now there's a ladder here. I'm assuming that that might... is that the main direction? Or is this going to be the main direction? Never mind. That's the main direction. Because it's the only freaking way through this. Oh, I'm literally sitting in, like, acid. Okay. Wait, really? How did I just fall off? X makes you fall off, but my finger wasn't anywhere close to X. Interesting. Well, that one's not hidden in the slightest. Wait a second. That just looped back around. Did I miss a pathway? So that will get you... Okay, so that ladder is there for the crystal. Sir, is there a pathway here that I just missed? Am I supposed to go in the water? I feel like that's death. Am I crazy? I feel like water is death. Is there maybe a different way I can go from that first path? Instead of looping all the way back around, let me go up this ladder again, see if there's something I missed. Why is my... Oh, because it literally... Okay. Sorry. I was looking at, like, YouTube chat rather than in OBS, and I was like, why is it not popping up in OBS? And then it pops up, like, 2 seconds later. I'm very impatient. I'm going to be honest, Techfly. I think this game is incredible. I am having so much fun with this game. The combat is insanely fun. That being said, the bosses... pain in the ass. They are freaking hard. Oh, I continue going down here. Okay. But the game is really, really fun. I'm not that far in. How much have I played? Well, I guess I can look up here. My playtime is about 8 hours, but probably 3 to 4 of that was me just like grinding and practicing on its particular boss and trying to get this full armor set. The boss that we fought at like the beginning of stream today was a very solid skill check. Put it like that. And actually, from what I've heard from a lot of people online after kind of reading people's thoughts, they were like, yeah, there's a couple boss. Actually, no, what it was. So, NeoWiz, rip that guy. So NeoWiz put out, you know those sheets that game developers put out that have like stats about the game, like, you know, 10 million players chose this decision, whereas 12 million chose this decision, and, you know, you've killed this enemy 100 million times, like that kind of stuff. The boss that the most people have died to by a wide margin was the one that I just did. Like, a wide margin. Ow! Alright, we're going after this guy first. Can you not? Can you not? Can you not? Slow down. Oh, you're playing this as well? Sweet. How are you liking it? That's the question. Because, like, overall, I've heard people having kind of mixed feelings. And I wonder if that comes down to, like, people who are Souls veterans and have a lot of experience with FromSoft games versus people who haven't played that much into it. Because, like, again, you know, I don't have any experience with the FromSoft games. So, to me, this is great. This feels... You know what this feels like? This feels like the step towards a soul... Like, being a Souls-like that Stellar Blade was missing. Or not missing, because I say that like they... Because that wasn't necessarily their intent, right? I'm not implying that their intent was to make a Souls-like game, right? Because I kept referring to it as a Souls-light. I feel like if you had gone one step further in difficulty, you probably would have just gotten this game. Obviously, tone and theme would be much different, right?
Plundering and killing as if the war never ended.
But, you know, this game has very flashy combat, a lot of different combos. Where are we supposed to go from here? I do miss, like, all the health regeneration type stuff that you get in Liza P. But I think I enjoy this combat quite a bit more than Liza P. Yeah, okay, so water is 100% just death, as I was wondering before. Which is what I figured. That's why I didn't go in it. Don't you even freaking dare. I think one thing that we'll see if it kind of gets we'll see if it kind of gets under my skin or not. I think one thing that I'm going to potentially not be crazy about is how much gear is in this game. Because it's not like it's all good gear. There's a lot of junk gear. People didn't like the level design. Interesting. To me, it's, I mean, I mean, so far, I guess it's been kind of linear. Well, that's not even true. There's been some looking back. Jesus, how many times are you gonna attack, brother? There we go. A contorted spear. Nope. Nope. Like, I like a lot of the stuff that comes from the gear, right? I mean... It's tough. I'm like on the fence about it, because there's some things I like. I like set bonuses. However, having so many pieces of gear, it's one of those things where it's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? You have all these pieces of gear, which you can then get set attributes, which I like, because then you can customize like how you want to build your character. And you also have the random attributes. I feel like, actually, what I probably would have liked, I honestly probably would have liked gear to be less available and not have the random attributes. So far, that's been my experience. Because I think the fact that you have the random attributes means that you're going to get a whole bunch of just these garbage pieces that are just like, oh, it's the same thing, but it has a little bit more stamina recovery or a little bit more damage increase. And so there's going to be a little bit of this gear management where you pick up a new piece of gear and you got to check it, and it kind of like pauses your game for a minute. You got to go sell stuff, or you got to decide like what to keep. And I feel like maybe that's not necessary in this game. And so instead you could have, you know, just have like a couple, you know, not a couple, but the few pieces of gear you have be super relevant, as opposed to a lot of gear that's kind of relevant.
You dare challenge me?
That might be the easiest fight I've ever had. Oh, that was good. That was good. Was not expecting that. It's because they come from that leadership with the first Senate. Yeah, well, yeah, and the thing is, you got to consider what, you know, what this game came from. It came from like a weird beat 'em up MMO type deal. And so it's all about grabbing the gear. No, I didn't want to do... I don't know why I wasn't thinking that's what that was. Really? So now I'm stuck here? Oh, okay, it resets. Yeah, so it makes sense that they would put that kind of loot system in this game based on the game they... Well, to be fair, I don't know if it's the same development team, but, you know, if you're thinking like, oh, we're going to bring our fans over from this game, then it kind of makes sense. Because again, like, I like the like, I guess more traditional Souls-like gear system, like how Liza P did it, where it's like, oh, I got a new piece of gear. It's probably relevant because, you know, it's probably an upgrade for what I already had. The flip side of that, oops. you know, like each weapon in the game, for example, when it comes to Liza P. Each one has its own use. Right? Each one is very specific in what it does. Versus, you know, coming in here, and obviously I don't have a great example right now. Okay, I guess this is a decent example. It's like, this is just like flat defense versus, you know, something with bonuses and set bonuses. I don't know. I guess it's more so that I just don't really want to inventory manage in this game. I guess that's more where it comes from. But overall, not a big deal at all. So the game is closer to Neo. Yeah, I've never played Neo. But I could see that. Because again, it's I know a little bit about Neo from my assumption, based on what I think I know. It's a little bit close. Well, I guess I associate Neo closer to like Sekiro. And I guess it's mostly just because the theme is kind of the same. It's like they're both like samurai games, right? I think that just has more to do with the fact that Sekiro, to me, feels farther removed from Dark Souls and Elden Ring, just in terms of theme of the FromSoft games. Using the train can help to defeat. So what can I shoot from up here? Oh, I can shoot the rope. Okay. I've heard pretty decent things about Neo 3. Because that, like, 8-hour-long demo just came out, right? Unfortunately, couldn't play it. I don't have the PS5 for it. But I have heard that it's quite different. But I think in general, depending on what kind of combat you like, you know, like if you're used to the you know, more traditional Souls-like formula, and you enjoy the slow, methodical combat, I can definitely see how this would be lower on your list of Souls-like games compared to, you know, myself, where I mean, I just grew up playing the fast and flashy games. So this is a bit more my speed. But I can also see how just the visual style would set people off. You know, I know that, like, not even anime games, but anime in general. You know, there are some people who will just turn, you know, they'll just, like, turn away from good media just because it's simply anime. Oh, dude, I literally didn't even realize, Jake, I'm gonna be honest, I literally didn't even realize it was you saying you like Neo games. It's hard, but I like Japanese cultural. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. I like Japanese cultural stuff. It's definitely more of an action RPG than a traditional Souls-like. Disagree. I think I think you're correct in terms of, like the overall combat, how it's fast. It's definitely faster paced. But in terms of bosses, I would say no. In terms of bosses, they are freaking hard. They are hard. You know, we went through that Yeti boss. That was challenging. That felt like tickles compared to the Viper. That guy was a menace. I had to do a little bit of grinding to take him out. A little bit of practice. East Nordica, Strange and Hard boss since it's not a Souls game. I think ultimately what it's going to come to, I think it's one of those things where
Who dares awaken the spirit of the body?
well, hang on a second. I didn't realize this guy was going to be a prick and just like use his full combos on me. Yeah, we're just gonna we're just gonna say you can go to sleep. I think yes, it's a lot of shared DNA, and I think what it's gonna come down to is what do people define? What are people's definitions of Souls-likes? Right? Because I think it's one of those things where not everybody has the same definition. And so I think if you ask, you know, 20 different people, you're going to get 20 different answers as to is this a Souls-like or not. That's just another way down. Okay, I thought this building was going to be the end, so I didn't go there intentionally. But it looks like this is just another side area up here. Oh, there's nothing even... It's literally just this.
The beacon's been lit.
The beacons of Minas Tirith have been lit!
Die if he doesn't come.
Gondor calls for aid. And every time I watch those movies back, I keep realizing more and more how just totally incompetent Theoden was. It sucks, because, like, he's such a, like... You love Brennan Hill. No, Bernard Hill? I always forget his name. And, like, you want to like him, but goddamn, is that just a freaking bad king and a bad leader. Obviously, he went through a little bit of trauma, you know, but he just like, dude, oh my god, you give up so fast. And you're so depressing. You're not inspiring your people at all. we have anything oh, we got something fancy down here, perhaps. Okay, let's be careful of that venom, huh? Yeah, let's not. Let's not and say we did, huh? I don't think, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I can break through that. No, I think that's totally fair. I think that, like I said, I think a lot of it is going to come down to how do you define the term Souls-like? Because I think depending on the definition that we were going by, I think that I could be convinced either way. The way that, like, the definition that I guess I'm running with in my head, or what I would consider a Souls-like, I consider this Souls-like. But, to be fair in that, I have not played a literal Souls-like. Well, I guess, I mean, you consider, like, Liza P is, right? But, in terms of an actual, like, titular Souls game, I have not. I don't care for any of that. Yeah, I'm sticking with what I got. Cool. I really wanted to face Viper again. Not. Man, you know what? You know what's as fun as fighting, like, a super freaking hard boss is just doing it again. That's so great. What do we want for a mob design? Just put that boss in the game again. That one they just, like, struggled on for a couple hours? Yeah, just make them fight it again and just watch them rage. It'll be hilarious. What the shit? Okay, I think I'm yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna actually have to fight these guys. Hey, how about we not until I get my freaking lacrima? Okay, this was stupid, but I need to get my shit. I mean, I'm super dead here. Okay, so we know that we gotta clear these guys out. I can't just run past them. It's kind of like roguelite. It's how much core DNA is present. A lot of what's considered standard rogue games presently isn't in classic rogues. Yeah, and don't I know the conflict with that one? Yeah, I agree. Oh, wait, I can fight this here. Has this always been here? Oh, okay. We'll fight you. Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay. Well, there goes my lacrima. It was real cool of him to fall off the roof. I'm not understanding why these keep moving. Maybe they're just randomly placed? No, this one's here again. Huh. I'm confused. I'm not sure why they keep appearing in random spots. Bro, I can't fucking move. Even after I was awake, I literally couldn't move. Okay, I think we're just gonna say fuck it to this one, because this is an awful spot to fight. I don't like that they didn't give me a way back up, though. Yeah, but even going back to the parallel that you made, though, Jake, talking about the difference between roguelikes and roguelites, even in that discussion, which, to me, and, like, my research and having played, I don't know, probably somewhere in the 100 to 150 different titles, to me, it was pretty clear. Roguelite meant that you had progression, or you had permanent progression. So any games where, regardless of whether it was roguelike or roguelite, you always had a new run every time, and then after the fact, you could spend some kind of resource to make yourself stronger. That, to me, dictated a roguelite. Roguelike was something where it was always fresh every time. And even in amongst that definition, you would still have people fighting over, like, there's like, oh, there's a little bit of progression. Does that count? Dude, fuck that enemy. That enemy can suck a dick. Alright, what'd you give me? Anything reasonable? No? Just all shit? Gain chain, swift attack. Yeah, I don't care about that. I like what I have. Well, how's the blacksmith? Oh, well, we haven't found the blacksmith yet. Permanent correction is pretty clear line for roguelite, and yeah, I know these are there are arguments. Don't consider lateral unlocks. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so okay, so like Slay the Spire is a roguelike. Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. So can I hit something here to make this fall? That seems to be what it's implying. Nope, it's just gonna come down on its own. And then naturally that giant boulder does not affect the wood sticks.
You filthy monsters! Take this!
Is someone up there about to die? I think likely somebody up there is about to die. Dude, freaking venom, man. A new combo guide has been added? What did I do to unlock a combo? Oh, because I got a skill point. Okay. Am I safe to do that here? I think I am. I don't know if the game pauses like it doesn't do in Liza P. Be against an exhausted enemy while in Moonlight Stance. Increase the damage of brutal attacks while in Moonlight Stance. Executing a brutal attack immediately after using Full Moon Chains into Crimson Strike. Brother, I don't know what that means. What do we want here? We have this. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, I want that. I want to be able to bounce off an enemy, create some space. Definitely. So yeah, I guess we keep pushing forward. Yeah, and you know, it's one of those things where oh wait, the progress increases your options, not your strength. Some people think that with procedural generation, roguelite. Yeah, you know, like I was saying, it's one of those things where people are such purists, and obviously online, people are just obnoxious to have a conversation with because it's just a screaming fest. There's no actual conversation being had. But, like, that's one of those things where people just, like, for some reason, need to gatekeep what is a roguelike and what is a roguelite so badly. The amount of rage comments that I got when I was covering roguelikes and roguelites, it was stupid. The amount of times be like, actually, this is not a roguelike, this is a roguelite. It's like, how about you shut your face? How about you shut up? It doesn't matter. Oh, I have no health pots. And that was bad. That was a bad block. It's like, it literally doesn't matter that much. As long as people understand roughly what kind of game it is, you can look at the context and see, does it have progression or doesn't it? And, like, you can figure out for yourself. Whether or not it's, like, 100% accurate is not relevant. But I think people just like to be contrarian, is the thing. People like to appear smart. Okay, let's not die to these arrows. Man, these dragonkin are a bitch. There we go. Huh. See, I guess that's interesting to me. Yeah, I guess maybe the combat's... It's definitely a flashier combat style. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to just generally think on. Because I guess the part that I'm thinking about is I don't know that I necessarily tie the specific gameplay of the combat into whether something is a Souls-like or not. And so I think that is what's... I think that's kind of like what's the deciding factor for me, or what's causing me to hesitate from not saying that this is, or to say that this is not a Souls-like. Hang on. Got it. Okay, there we go. Instant kill. Because I think for me, while I typically will consider a slower combat style as part of the Souls-like formula, I don't know that it's I don't know that for me it's defining enough though. But I think as well, what it is it comes down to, it's not like one factor, or I also don't think that it's like three really strong factors and then a bunch of little ones. I think it's just generally a lot of factors, and it's like if you have a majority of these things, then you fit in the category, I think. But I think a lot of genres in general now just get so watered down. Kind of like how the term RPG does not mean the same thing that it once meant. Man, had I just killed that one guy, this would have all been so much easier. You know, like, RPG gets used so much. I think a... Hang on. Hang on. Even in this conversation, did you ever say that... I read RPG somewhere, didn't I? Maybe not. I could have sworn that you called it an RPG. Regardless, doesn't matter. I thought somebody called it an RPG. But the point is, like, the term RPG gets thrown around, and it's like half the games that come out now have nothing to do with RPG. Oh wait, is that literally the last comment that I read? Bloodborne and Sekiro aren't slow. You're right, slow doesn't equal Souls-like. Agreed, shared it. Yeah, the definition shouldn't. Yeah, see, like, I don't know if RPG, like, because again, it's like, what do you define as an RPG? I don't think this is an RPG. There's no role that you're playing. It's an action game, I'll give you that. But there's no decisions that need to be made. Okay, so from here, we go up here, right? With your level up, which is on port for what is considered an ARPG. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. I get... Yes, you are correct in that that is kind of what RPG has kind of become. Oh, frick, I have a boss here? Yeah, RPG is one of those terms that gets used a lot. I've done so in the past as well, where I'll just call like anything like this an RPG. I think in general, all lines have been blurred. Because I think action RPG, and that's kind of another example. Whereas to put this as an action RPG, and Diablo and Path of Exile as an action RPG is really weird because they have nothing to do with each other. I get that one's an isometric action RPG, but it's like to put those in the same category is very weird. But yes, it's not very descriptive, just a generalization. I think that's the best way to put it, is that because things are very general now, there's a lot of games that are blurring a lot of lines. It's hard to say, it's hard to like pinpoint something. Alrighty.
Up the ladder! Hurry!
Well, hello, legs. Well, hello, legs again, I guess. Don't you kill legs? Okay, good. She's getting up. Somehow she survived the hit. Well, this game just got a whole lot better. Yeah, we said, fuck that. Don't you touch my girl. She's not even my girl, but I decided that Khazan wants that to be his girl. It's probably his sister. All these games will make it his sister. What is that? Nope. Go back to sleep. Good lord, this guy's a lot of health. Yo! Come on down here. What are you doing? Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. I might have just been too low health. Yeah, it's all, what is it, all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. Oh yeah, all my lacrimas up here. Ow. Okay. Okay, so the kick attack is not very good when we're waiting for, when we're attacking in that phase, because I get too far away. Yeah, so what am I supposed to do here? Okay, so I just dodged at that point. Okay, got it. Yep, I'm dead there. I couldn't move. Ladder might be an option too. I didn't think about that. That's a good point. Yeah, I did not think about that at all. It is glowing, so it does look like I can climb it. Damn, I missed too many of those. Nope, just take me out. Just take me out. That was just bad. Yep, that was just not a good fight. Too many hits, and then I tried to heal, and he hit me while I was healing, and then I was like, no, nope. Nope. God, my timing's so bad. Getting too aggressive. I need to slow it down. Dead. Big debt. This guy's got a massive health pool. And I came from... No, okay, I came from that direction. Okay. I was wondering if maybe there was something else I needed to do that way. That's not a good one. Okay, I gotta figure out this attack pattern. There's way too many times that I'm just like trying to dodge before he does something, or trying to like get out of the way, and I just cannot activate my block or my parry fast enough. Like, I'm literally animation canceled out of it because of how I'm acting before he attacks me. Oh, maybe. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That I realized that after I went up. So basically that's like yeah. Okay. Yeah, so basically we just move the boss arena to the second floor. Okay, makes sense. Exhaustion is a bitch. Exhaustion is a whole entire bitch. I wish these games would also zoom you out just a little bit more. Camera's like just a little bit too close. Okay, we got there. We got there. It was, so basically, I have to just poke him a couple times. I can't poke him a whole bunch in between his attacks. Yeah, I'm trying to just, like, give him the one or two pokes. Okay, so I'm assuming he's gonna follow me up here. Or do I just have to wait? Okay, he's gonna follow me up here, got it. Okay. Okay. New combo. That's fine. Getting killed by a new move is not a big deal. You gotta learn those. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, you know, it might take me a little bit to catch on, but we'll get there. And once we figure it out, you know, now I know just not to be so aggressive. Attacking in between his attacks. Just one or two pokes here or there. And also figuring out the timing between that side swipe and his vertical hits, because the parry timing is slightly different. It's a little bit earlier on those. Ah, that was bad. That was bad. Ah, that sucked. That sucked. That's a lot of damage I missed out on. There we go. Okay, so I think I need to work on my swift attack. I need to get an additional hit on that combo. Because right now the combo, I think, is only 3 hits. Okay. There we go. I think we got it. There we go. Nice. Mission complete. I was actually worried about that one, especially since we missed the first... Well, hello.
A moment, please.
We know what my reward was for this fight.
I just wanted to thank you for saving me.
Yeah, you're gonna thank me. Oh,
I'm looking for Pavel.
yeah, she owes me her life. She's gotta stay with me for the rest of it.
Find him.
Oh, I wonder... Are you the great General Khazan?
I am. Worship me. Worship me.
Palemian Castle. That's where Pavel will be. He gave orders to evacuate, but if he's not here, then the situation at the castle must be serious enough to keep him away.
Those aren't vital. You don't need armor on your legs. If you lose those, not a big deal. You can just crawl on your hands.
And what's the fastest way there?
The path through the Scoffer Cave. It's dangerous, though. Please, let me be your guide there.
Let me think about this. Yes.
It will be an honor to help a true hero of the Empire.
A hero. Perhaps once, but not now.
Ooh, conversation. Tell me about the deer-like creature.
The villagers loved Volbino, thinking of it as their protector. The beast was so friendly, the children even had a pet name for it, Volby.
Are they high? I guess he was kind of like a blacksmith, but
one
like...
day it disappeared from the village. and when it returned,
Oh, okay, fair
it
enough.
changed.
Fair enough.
Turned
That's
violent
not
and
the cuddly reindeer that they were used to. I was like, okay, that's a whole way to say it's cuddly.
With this and the dragonkin attacking too, I don't understand what's happening now.
We can talk about it over dinner. Yeah, she wants to show us her spear skills. She wants to see it. Well, wait, not how well. The thing is, I can handle a spear well, but we got to figure out if she can handle a spear well. Let's go to the crevice. Let's check out those cracks. Okay, so where's... Oh, yeah, Granny's down here.
A creature that resembles a deer and has its own name? You don't say. I suppose you're bound to see some strange things after enough years on this world.
Extract the lacrima. Actually, first, I don't think anything's going to be replacing what I currently have. But we should probably check. Definitely not. No, and I have a feeling all this stuff we're going to be able to craft at some point anyway. Ooh, Fallen Guardian. Fire attack damage. That doesn't matter. Enemy flame. Damage increase. Activate. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of everything that I have here.
A creature that...
So yeah, that can go, that can go, that can go. What is this? Water resistance. I should probably keep that, depending on... Because we haven't fought anybody that does water damage yet. Same thing. I should probably keep that. Is this the same? Oh, no, that is a ring. So we'll keep the accessories. Especially the ones that gives us big resistances in case we need them for a fight. Oh, well, there's the pilgrims. Just get rid of it. So much generic. Yeah, you know, that's kind of like what I was saying. I think it might, honestly, I think it might explain itself isn't the right terminology, but I think it might make more sense once we are able to craft why there's so much gear. I think it might make a little bit more sense once we kind of figured that system out. Why am I blanking on... Wait, can I upgrade here? Upgrade stats. Why did I not think I could upgrade here? And then 1 in damage. Sweet. So we hit the stats that we wanted to for today. Yeah, but there is a lot of just junk loot for sure.
We will honor our word. You will have your revenge.
He makes me look so tiny.
Delay our mission, so keep going.
Tell me about the other
Use
phantoms.
Blade Nexus to connect with other ghosts. Choose one that will help you find your revenge and aid our mission. If you find an object that holds something a ghost desires, it would be wise to give it to them. Satisfy their cravings, and they'll give you their strength.
Okay, so that's likely why we have the dino blade. Or that tooth or whatever. New region discovered. Yeah, I got that. Oh, I missed a... Okay, so let's go to the end, because I missed one of the red stones. Let's see if we can find that. So, if I had to guess... I didn't check out this part of the village very much, I don't think. And it should stand out pretty well, being red and all. Except not that red. Wrong red. Like, maybe... What the shit? Well, this was a bad idea. I died. Fucking archers, man. Holy shit, that was stupid. God, that was a dumb amount of enemies. And what sucks... Okay, so where's... Yeah, fuck off. Fuck you. And I don't really care about these shits. There we go. Now give me my stuff back. Fuck off. Come to your stupid claw attack. Get bent. Okay. Let's explore these a little bit. Nothing in here. Is it maybe... So this brings us back to where we were, right? Nope, never mind. Man, I love the fact that I just can't heal. It's so slow. It's so slow. And so, of course, now I got to clear it because I don't remember exactly. Okay. Clear you out. Fuck that guy. Oh, you dude. Fuck this area. Yeah, fuck this area. I will look it up later and find out. I'm not walking around this area. Not with how many enemies they put all in the same spot. Fuck that. So let's do that. Oh, wait. So these are points. I still don't understand where these are coming from. I think they're coming from fighting the, those red enemies. I'm assuming that's where I am. Yeah, no, they're putting way too many enemies, like, in one spot. I don't want to keep wandering around looking for it. I'll just grab it later. That being said, I will do this fight. Or I assume it's a fight. I assume it's another ghost fight.
This place, it's filled with revenants. These souls belong to the they must be set there.
It's gonna be another stupid worm. Yep. I was honestly kind of kidding there, and then it just showed up. Dude, heal! I keep pressing the button, he doesn't do anything. Okay. All right, there we go. Jesus Christ. Some enemies enter frenzy at the start of the battle. Fantastic. Indicated by a red fortitude gauge. While in state, their stance can't be broken. However, depleting their fortitude gauge by landing enough hits will end their frenzy. If Khazan breaks their stance before they do, they won't be able to enter frenzy. Die, bitch. Nope. I am not going to get messed up by an angry bear. I'm going to mess up the angry bear. Completed the bonus training for a wild bear?
I can't die like this.
What does that
I'll
mean?
make them pay for what they've done.
Yeah, so I need to get an additional attack here. Executing a brutal attack immediately after using Full Moon chains into Crimson Strike. I just want more swift attacks. I don't care about having the third attack being something. Let's see. Let's do... We already have that. We're using attack from behind. No, I'm not really getting behind people. No, do we have... Let's see... I want to see if there's a, like, an AoE slash that I could get. That's not really, but, like, it works. I want something that I can hit a bunch of enemies with. If I just get run up on by a bunch. I just need something to clear out the little shitters.
Who dares awaken the spirit of the warrior?
That's cute. Yeah, see, I'm confused a little bit. I think that fighting those guys is what's giving me those points for stamina damage and then regular damage. Right, so this here... Yeah, okay. So... So if I'm under... I guess the part that I'm not understanding... The 6 in the top right, I'm guessing that's how many of the points that I get after I do all 7. So same thing with this. So I guess this one's going to be easier to see. So we need to do 4 of these and then see if we get 6 extra points. Where are you? Oh, this prick. Oh, and they home. Cool. Yeah, you come in here. You come in here. Well, that was neat. Okay, we'll get him out of here. What's up, Low Bunny? How am I liking the game? I am loving the game. Loving the game. I think it is fantastic. Got a few little nitpicks here and there. But in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's not like they're not like a deterrent thing. So they're things that I would like to be improved. But in general, I really enjoy playing this one. Okay, so we will come back for that after I take care of him. There's no way I'm actually, he's not... Okay, he's not fighting me from this side.
You dare challenge me?
There we go. Easy enough. So that should now go to 2. I'm such a diva. Diva about what? Why you call me a diva? The worms, man. The worms! Let me heal! That's right, fuck off. I will give my honest opinion if it damn well pleases me. Ooh. What's that? Unscathed. Yeah, that's not gonna happen much. High grade item drop rate. Ooh. Interesting. Lot less defense though. So this is basically, hey, if you're good at the game and you can dodge stuff, go for it. So we will not be putting that on. We will be leaving that right where it is. If that's a goddamn worm up here. Okay, good.
Please save my child from this disaster.
Yep. Fuck off and die. Thank you. Okay, we are running on low. Running on empty. Oh shit balls, dude. I'm dead. I'm so dead.
Charon demands they be returned to the netherworld.
I'm incredibly dead. Bingo! Oh my god, that's right. And all the fucking skeletons come back. Nope, that's a worm. Don't even attempt. Neat. You know what? Give me my stuff back first. Holy shit, I hate rapid fire archers, dude. Fuck that. It's taking me an arm and a leg just... I can't even. Oh my god, get out of my face. What is this? Okay. It's like archers are annoying, but it's one of those things where I get that that's, this game is trying to be difficult, right? And it's one thing when you have like one arrow coming at you that's just happens to be homing. But then when you have other archers while you're trying to stave off a heavy melee attacker, and they just rapid fire you with 5 arrows apiece, it's like, come on. Come on. There's hard, and then there's, like, unfair. Okay, so we've only done 2 of these, right? So this count is still correct. Wait, I gotta fight him again? Okay. was too slow on that. So I'm dead because of the fire. I don't know how to get that off. I think I probably need to, let's see. There we go. There we go. No, I understand don't stand in the fire circle, but like if I had flame, it wasn't going away. Or if it was incredibly slow. Alright, there we go. We nailed that. I'm not the biggest fan. I was going to say, am I going to say this? But then I was like, Jake, you're going to shit on me anyway for this opinion. Not the biggest fan of how the camera keeps moving around. Like, if he disappears, it's kind of hard to keep track of it a little bit. Probably heal though, huh? That'd be a real shit way to die. Just like 4 health pots just sitting in the inventory not being used. There we go.
This long game of hide and seek is over.
Alrighty. So what do we got here?
All the revenants have been sent to the netherworld. Slowly, balance is being restored.
See, so, like, I don't even know where I picked up this side mission, to be honest. I'm not sure. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. It was more so I was like, oh, Jake's gonna shit on me for picking apart things in the game. But, yeah, like, when you lose track, like, Liza P did the same thing, and I hated it. On the swamp boss when he goes under, and not only does it change your camera, it removes your lock on, and I hate that even more. This one at least keeps your lock on, and so when he comes back, it reorientates your camera, but there's still, you know, you still have to kind of recalibrate your brain, and when he pops up, your camera is still kind of recalibrating, so it gives you a little bit less time to, like, readjust where your brain is.
Do you need my
So I guess we're doing this. Health recovery.
From the soul stones?
Health recovery.
You require more soul stones to unlock more effects.
Okay, so I think maybe it was only the one time that it's gonna give me a different upgrade. So let's try something, because I don't think that we didn't get all 4, right? We just got 2. So it definitely gave us our 6. So I guess fighting bosses... Is it just fighting bosses, or is it fighting the... Is it just fighting... Because we got the last 2 from fighting the boss. But the first 2, did those come from elite enemies, or did they come from the Red Spectre thing? We'll have to go back and see. Because if that's the case, then it looks like we missed a mini-boss. And if that's the case, I'm guessing that the Soul Stone that I'm missing is also in that area. You think checkpoints? I don't think it's checkpoints. Because if you click on it, it brings these up. Right? And like I think this I noticed when we beat the last boss, it popped up. Because like they're Khazan's memories, so I think there's certain like thresholds basically that I have to meet in order to get that. So this system I'm still not fully sure of. Because the other thing I would need to check is I would need to check here. Yeah, because I only have 5 of the stones, so it's not... Or 4 of the stones, excuse me. Hang on, let me double check something here. Yeah, there's a lot of systems in this one, right? Okay, yeah. So there's the main mission, and then there are side missions. So this is the side mission we just did, where it was all like dark and blue. And then this was the main one that we did the first time we took on that boss. So then there will be more available when I do this other side mission. This jar enthusiast one. Is dumb luck? Pretty close. Pretty close. Huh. Okay. So I've still got some more systems to fully learn. That said, I think for the most part, I think combat is making a lot more sense. A lot of the combos that we can pick up in the skill tree, I'm still a little bit confused on. Some of them are not the most clear. Let's see. So like this one, for example. Can I only choose one of these? No, I can choose both of these. What were the ones that I can only choose one of? Wasn't there ones where there was like a sideline where I could only pick one? I think that was under dual wield. Yeah. Okay, so if they have this line across, I can only pick one of them. What do we have here? Heat Wave. Spin the spear and block all attacks with Brink Guard for a short time. Gain an effect that upgrades the shockwave. Yeah, there's a lot here. Plus, I gotta remember all this. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Are you abandoning? Am I abandoning you? I suppose I am. Yep. I'm wrapping her up. Wrapping her up. Yeah, that's a pretty good spot. Because I don't think I'm going to have time to do a whole nother mission. Don't think so. It bums me out because I like this game. This game's sweet. Except for the... Ooh, there are some things that grind my gears. There's some things that grind my gears. But no, I'll be back tomorrow. Again, same time, sometime between 6 and 6:30. But yeah. Beyond that, Jake, thanks for hanging out with me this evening. And feel better. I didn't ask. I should have asked, but I also, for me, I personally don't like it when people like every day are like, "Oh, how you feeling? How you feeling? You feeling better today?" And it's like, yes, like to me, it gets on my nerves. So I wanted to give you a day where I didn't ask you, but then I suppose I did bring it up. So here I am being the potential asshole, depending on how you feel about it. But regardless, hope you feel better if you're not already feeling better. Oh, dude. Okay, so quick story here as I'm wrapping up. So, you remember when we were talking about the whole sausage being made thing at work? About how there was whole drama with the managers and all that. So, kind of not really related to that, but the same coworker. She came into my office this morning, and it was just beginning of the morning. She just wanted to, you know, just kind of chit chat, basically. And so she starts off the conversation. She asked me, "Have you ever used ChatGPT?" And I answered, "Yeah, I've used it, you know, I've used it quite a bit." She then proceeds to talk for approximately 10 to 15 minutes about how she was trying it and, you know, it was fun and then it was being funny to her. And so she tried like changing up its personality. She tried, like there was like a math thing that she did and it didn't give her the proper explanation. And then she's like, "Are you sure that's right?" And then it started listing out the math, gave her the emoji with the big eyes, like, "Oh, I screwed up somewhere," and then it corrected itself. So regardless, doesn't matter. She's going on for like 10, 15 minutes, right? And at the end of her her monologuing, she's like she's like starting to leave, and she's like, okay, well, that's it. I just wanted to know your thoughts on it. And I just like, I started giggling, not like giggling, but like I started snickering. And she's like, what's so funny? And I knew that I prefaced this by saying, so I prefaced it by saying, like, I'm not saying this in like a disparaging way, but this is just so funny between men and women, because my parents are the same exact way. And like, she, you know, she knows my parents. So I was trying to make this sound like it's not like a stupid women thing, because it wasn't, but it was just how men and women communicate, right? And I was like, you asked me a question, you then talked for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you said you wanted to know my thoughts, but you just spouted your own thoughts for 10 or 15 minutes. And then she got mad at me, because she was like, well, I asked you your thoughts and you just gave me a quick answer. And I was like, you didn't ask me my thoughts. You asked me if I had used it. That's a different question. And then she's like, well, I guess I'm just, well, look, I know that when it comes to women, you typically don't say this stuff. Like, I know it doesn't make it better if you preface something with, like, this is not to be offensive or anything. This is just an observation I'm making, because I make observations about things, and that is two different ways that men and women communicate, where I am very literal. If you ask me a question, I'm not going to interpret the question to tack on 3 other questions. I'm going to answer the question that you give me. And I wasn't even going to bring it up. She just questioned why I was laughing. She asked why I was laughing at her. And I'm like, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at something I've observed. And it's not like she was really mad. It was more so just like, it like pricked a nerve or something. And it was just like, it's not like I'm making fun of you for it. It was amusing to me that you left by saying, I wanted to know your thoughts, but you told me your thoughts for 15 minutes. And it was just like, sorry, that's how I see. I thought it was funny, because you didn't ask me my thoughts. You asked me had I used it. And that is a yes or no question. And I answered with a yes. What? Oh my God. Women. Am I right? You said your wife would like to hear me complain about archers. You think she'd like to hear that? No, I say it all in fun. It's not, like I told her, it's not like a, God, women are stupid because they do this. It was just like, it's funny that men and women, I don't know if you know this, but men and women are very different. And they just communicate in 2 completely different ways. I am a very, like, literal person. And women are not. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. She's a manager at an office. She talks to me blathering about her. Wait. She talks to me about people blathering at her. Oh, yeah. I totally get that. Yeah, people be children. People be children. You know, you think it's going to get better after high school, and then college is no better. And then you think it's going to get better after if you go to college. And you think it's going to be better after that, and it's not, and people are still children. And it's rough out there. It's rough out there. People are not smart. People don't use context clues. Kind of, okay, you know what? I'm actually, it's gonna be a little bit hard to give you this as a fair question. So I'm gonna try and keep it generalized to see what your perspective is on this situation. So there's going to be there's 5 relevant people to this situation. There's me and the female coworker who I just talked about, also the one that was involved in that whole management drama. There are 2 salespeople, one of which is the other person who is involved in all that management drama. There's then one other coworker who is in our department, in my department. And overall, he's been a very good worker. He's a very nice guy, very polite. Just overall, you know, nothing wrong with him. I would never expect any malicious action out of him at all. So the situation that occurred basically was that the 2 sales girls approached him in his office and asked him, had he ever heard me and this other person discuss the 2 of them over directing. Meaning that while the person that I'm in, the other person in my department, while she's trying to play director, because we're literally on a commercial shoot, they are doing things like answering in place of her. If the client asks a question about like, oh, should I do this on camera, they kind of step in and provide an answer rather than relying on the director. And I won't give my opinion first because I don't want to bias you. So he answered, he basically answered, yeah, I think I've heard them talking about that once or twice. Now, I think what's difficult about this, or what I'm trying to get to, is that we acknowledged, we also said this to the managers in that meeting that we were talking about before, that we have discussed one of these 2 salespeople as over directing from time to time. The other we have not. She's pretty good. Is what this guy said to the 2 girls, is that a lie or not? And I hope I've provided all the information, but would you consider that a lie? And like I said, to reiterate, we have discussed one of these salespeople as over-directing from time to time. The other we have not. And their question was, have they talked about... I'm going to keep it general here. So, like, have they talked about us over-directing? So they're including, like, both of us. No, I think it's a badly phrased answer. Okay. That is what I thought as well. But this girl that I work with was like, I can't believe he would do that to me. I can't believe he would lie like that. And I tried, we were trying, because her whole interpretation was like, this guy has been so nice, he's so polite, no one ever says anything bad about him, and it's just so out of character for him to lie like that. And I was like, I approached the situation and the discussion very cautiously, because obviously emotions are quite high in the station right now. But that was my interpretation, was that it was not a lie. It was a poor answer that because it's not, from what I heard, it's not like they asked him specifically, do they talk about this person? Yes or no. Do they talk about this person? Yes or no. It was asked as a group. And so, had they included 10 more people, and we had talked about 7 or 8 of them, and he had said yes, I still wouldn't consider that a lie. Right, he answered generally, and that's how I interpreted it as well. The other thing is that again, this guy, he's super polite. He doesn't want to step on any toes. The other thing that I threw at that I suggested to her is that you have to consider that this guy, it's not like he's seeking out this drama. They came to him, they caught him off guard. And because he's someone that doesn't want to lie ever, and typically doesn't, he doesn't have a lot of time to like think on his feet of an answer, right? Because it's like if you're trying to lie your way out of a situation, typically you're probably going to take some time and set up your story beforehand. Obviously, people lie right on the spot. That happens. But a lot of times, I think a lot of people will try and set up some kind of story so that way they have an answer pre-prepared. He doesn't have any kind of answer. They just come up and ask him a question. So it's not like he's going to try. He has no reason to lie. He has no investment in the situation. And it's a super awkward answer. 100% will not. Yeah. I will not say anything other than, like, that is a super awkward question to be asked. Especially when you don't know the context of, like, what's going on around it. But it was hard for me to try and figure out if, like, which one of us was I being too lax about the situation, or was she being too harsh on the situation? Now, obviously, there's a lot of other details that I haven't gone into, so it's, you know, it's not a 100% like, it's going to be hard to give your, like, 100% answer to it, because there's a lot of information that's not known. But just based on what's there, just on this one piece of the pie, right? That apparently got me in trouble. She did not like that take. But it, you know, and it's one of those things where it comes down to, like, why are you defending him? Like, he lied, and because technically the girl who hadn't done anything wrong, she, like, basically stopped talking to her. To be fair, she moved away, so she's not even in the state anymore, and that was all before this. Like, she'd move away because of this. From a general standpoint, I think person 5's track record and the fact that he was on the one being asked, I'd err on his side. See, that's where I was at as well, because I don't think he was trying to be malicious about it. But I think she's upset and she's emotional because this girl, she, the one who didn't do anything wrong, she initially had interned with her, and so they had a pretty good relationship. She had nothing to do with this whole, like, drama situation. And again, my take, while it might have been a harsh take, I try and be as truthful as possible with this person, because I've been working with her for like 8 years, and it's just my personality. My manager calls me refreshingly blunt. So, I just kind of tell it like it is. I'm not necessarily going to sugarcoat anything. And I told her, like, you think that your relationship was broken up with this person because of something that you're interpreting as a lie, or at least was not 100% truthful. But the fact of the matter is, if something like this, which, again, the thing that we talked about, it's not even like it's a rumor, or it's not even about, like, gossip, or, like, talking about someone's behind their back about how they're a shitty person, or about how they're, like, ugly, or something like that. This is literally about job performance. This is literally like, man, on a job site, I wish this person would not do these things. So, like, in my mind, it's not even that bad of a thing. And that's why when we were in their meeting, and the girl who we were having the meeting with, she brought it up like, oh, you guys are talking about this behind the scenes? I was like, yeah. I wasn't even going to try and hide it. It was just like, yeah, that's a factual statement that you guys are overstepping your bounds in a work facility. It's not like we're talking about how you're a shitty person. So to me, it was just like, this isn't even that big of a deal. But if your relationship, if she, like, doesn't want to talk to you anymore, and she doesn't want to be your friend anymore because of this, you guys weren't that good friends to begin with. That bond was not that strong to begin with. If that's what broke it up, that's stupid. People mix up inaccurate and dishonest. Oh, 100%. 100%. Especially nowadays with all political stuff. Yeah, incorrect and lying is used so frequently now. But yeah, it was just like, if you really think that she's that upset with you, that is gonna break up your friendship, you guys were not as close as you thought you were. And I keep telling her, like, it's a work environment. It's not power hour. It's not time to make friends with everybody. You're there to work. Because shit like this happens. When you're in an office all day, every day, for 8 hours with people, it's gonna get nasty. You know? I had, Jesus, it was back in, it might have been high school. It could have been late middle school. It was either late middle school or early high school. I hung out with a friend for a week straight. We kept like trading off, sleeping over at each other's houses, and we were together for a whole week. I think it was on like it wasn't winter break. It might have just been in the summer, honestly. And by the end of that week, we wanted to just knock each other out. Which is funny that we kept going after like day 4 or 5, where we were kind of sick of each other, but for some reason we did. But it's just like, if you spend too much time with someone, like, you're gonna get on each other's. You need a reset point. And yeah. Anyway, that's my the spices to add to how the sausage is made. Yeah, that's what I've been dealing with, the aftermath of I don't know why I still have these on. Been dealing with the aftermath of those meetings. And unfortunately, you know, the aftershock. The aftershock? That was called after an earthquake, the aftershock. Unfortunately, it's still taking effect, which I knew it was going to be the aftermath. Yeah. I knew it was going to be, right? Because it's not like the gossip and whatever they want to call it, that can go away, but the feelings that these people made about each other is not going to go away. It's not like that can just be fixed immediately. Yeah, because like, so I get what started that whole thing with this other guy is, so like whenever she would walk by their office, well, basically we were going out. I was grabbing my groceries for the day, and she came with me, and she was like, I can't believe that they talk to me like they do after what happened. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, it's all like go happy, go lucky, and hey there, do you need me to send out for this voiceover for you? And I was like, well, that just sounds like work stuff. She's like, yeah, but they're being like too happy about it. And I was like, what do you want from them? Do you want them to like cower from you and hide from you for like ever? Like, what do you want from them? Like, and like she shouldn't really like, have a great answer. Eventually, I kind of pointed her in the direction that she just wanted them to apologize. And so that's how we got in this whole thing where it's like eventually, like from their perspective, they weren't kind of in these weeds, so the situation isn't as harsh to them as it was to you. And so similarly, or it could be that they're overcompensating, just like I don't know if you have any I don't know if you've mentioned it, but I don't know if you have any siblings, or even it probably you've experienced it with when you were little, or even could be now. But like when I was little, and like I would let's say I was like messing around with my brother, like we were wrestling or something, and little brother gets hurt, starts crying. It's like, oh my god, I don't want to get in trouble. So then what do you immediately do as like a defense mechanism is you go, oh no, it's fine, look, I'm gonna hurt myself, haha, isn't that so funny? And then like you start playing it off like that, and you start like trying to sidetrack, and you try and start overcompensating with positive thoughts. And that's likely what they could be doing too, is they feel awkward around her now, and so they're trying to kind of overcompensate. And Yes, but it was just like she keeps saying like, oh, I don't know how any of them can think that we can just go back to how it was. And I was like, easy, you just go back to how it was. Like, you have to work with these people. And so whether or not I think again, I don't know, honestly, I don't know if this is a man-woman thing or if this could just be like a her thing, her versus me thing. Where, again, for me, it's like, it's a workplace. I don't need these people to like me. I need to get my job done, get paid, leave and go home. The difference, I think, is that she's been with the company, but doing this for roughly 30 years, if not maybe even a little bit more. And so for her, she's kind of put her life in it. It's like, this is what she's done for her life. And, you know, I think she wants more out of it than that. I think she wants to have, she definitely likes the, you know, camaraderie. Like, whenever a new project comes up, she wants people to come into her office. So, you know, she can brainstorm with people and do everything as a team. And whereas I'm just like, let's just get the job done. Let's just we don't have to go out for a beer afterwards. We'll just work on the project. I move on, and that's it. But that's the thing, though, is that she's not social. Well, that's a tough one. She's an introverted extrovert, so she can be social with people who are close to her, but she is definitely not a person who's like at a party talking to everybody, right? She's very quiet and reserved like that. But so she is a person who wants a few close friends as opposed to many medium level friends. But yeah, I don't know. Two very different perspectives, and I think she's also a little bit mad at me because I keep saying like because so these two things have happened in different in different aspects where you know, I'll say like, I don't care about this, like it's a job. Like, don't get me wrong, I care about my job, right? But in the grand scheme of things, it's not like, my job doesn't define me. And so you know, I'll just kind of jokingly say like, I don't care, like it's whatever, let's just do whatever we need to get it done. And then later on in other conversations, she'll say like how frustrating it is to hear people say like they don't care. And it's like, is that a shot at me? You know, because I, like, you know, like I've been saying, I do the work, I go home, I get paid hourly. Like, I get paid regardless of whether people like me or not. It's just how it is. I need money to pay the bills. At this point, I need money to buy video games, and I need money to buy manga, which I've been reading like a madman recently. Actually just started Vinland Saga, which is freaking sweet. Love that one. I also am I have an issue with spending and collecting. And this is gonna go downhill. And Monster, yeah. Oh, okay. I like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna abandon you, and then I'm still here. But oh boy, do I have a whole frustration here with Monster Energy, not the company, my company. So we have a small break room. And I don't know exactly how the inner workings of this works with like vending machines. I'm assuming whoever owns the vending machines is getting money. We had 3 vending machines. We had one that was Coke based. We had one. What do we even have? It doesn't. No, we had 2 vending machines. We had a drink one that was Coke based, and then we had a snack machine. And typically, we only had like 3 flavors of Monster. There was regular Monster. There was the white 0-calorie Monster, and then there was the grape one. And then sometimes they would add in like a mango juice or whatever Monster, but that doesn't matter. price on those were like $3, which is, you know, roughly what they cost if you buy them individually. But like, for example, I went down to the gas station. I had to refill my car, and so I grabbed 2 at the gas station. They were 2 for $5. Okay, so roughly, let's say they're $2 to $3 per drink. So something happened. I don't know what happened with the previous vendor who had our vending machines, but we removed those vending machines and we got someone new. And the new person who came in, not only did they bring in vending machines, they put in like this whole like wooden frame. Like they installed wooden frames to put all this stuff on. And now we have a case that has like sandwiches and salads and all this kind of stuff. So now it's a little bit more like a lunch bar-ish. And so I go to grab a Monster the other day because I hadn't done my grocery shopping yet, so I didn't have any at home. So I was like, all right, let me just grab one of these. $5 for one can. I was like, this is bullshit. You're going to tell me I have to come to work and you're going to like 200% upcharge me on this shit? Get fucked. No way. I was like, this is bullshit. And they have like $4, like, you know, 20, I think they're like, what, the 20 ounce or the 16 ounce sodas, they're like $4. It's like, bullshit. Now, I know it's not my employer doing it. They just, you know, are contracting out whoever came in. But it's like, who the fuck is going to buy this? And not only that, so where you have to check out, because it's not like a vending machine. It's a cooler, and then you have to go to the kiosk to check out. You enter the break room, and then rather than having the kiosk next to the door, they have it as far away as possible. So you have to basically get your stuff, turn around, go away from the door, check out, and then go. It's stupid. They could have just swapped them. But the kiosk is also awful. It just doesn't scan things. And yeah, I was quite frustrated because I was like, well, now what am I going to do? $5? No shot. So I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we have to switch, because I don't think people are going to pay those prices for what they're selling. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I didn't even check like what their sandwiches and salads were, but it's like, if you're in a place of work, it's like, I don't know. Funny you should say that. On the way to the door, they have 3 or 4 printed signs that say, hey, have you paid yet? The kiosk is in the back. Because people were walking out with stuff because they didn't know it was there. Yeah. Awful design. Awful design. So bad. Awful design and overpriced. So I'm hoping that people kind of boycott it, don't buy, and then they have to switch it out. Because the last guy, you know, the last vending machines, they weren't terribly overpriced. They were still overpriced. You know, it's vending machine stuff. It's going to be overpriced. The problem was that they kept breaking. That wasn't great. But yeah, I tried talking to my. I should just be direct with like the receptionist, because I think she's the one kind of in charge of planning where things happen. I was speaking kind of loud. I was like, yeah, it's really an insult how expensive these things are. Why are they going to charge us so much in a place that we work? You know, it's supposed to be a convenience thing having that there rather than having to leave and go grab one at the local grocery gas station. But instead, you know, rather than buy one get one free, it's, you know, buy one. How do you do that? Buy half. I don't know what the math is. You buy 2. Oh, it's buy 2 get 1. Not one free, just get 1. It's like, wow, what a sale. Buy 2 get 1. Yep. Yeah, not great. I know, I got there. It's yeah. My brain. Brain. My brain is not built for that math. All right. All right. That was my rambles. That was like my week of rambles. I had to get out. Now I'm going to abandon you. All right. Well, I will be back tomorrow for some more rambling, for some more bossing. And yeah, go get some rest and feel better. And other than that, Friday, last day of work. Woo! What am I going to read tonight? Oh, I got to finish up volume 1 of, actually, no, volume 2 of Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is good. Before I leave, have you read any Vinland Saga? Or just Berserk? Just watch Vinland. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. From what I've heard, the anime is actually very good. I've just gotten to Thurs. So Thurs has left. He's still on the water. He just got recruited by, I forgot his name, but one of the guys who was part of his old like military crew was like, yeah, you gotta come fight this battle where everybody's required. So he's on the water going. He hasn't yet dropped the other 4 or 5 people that came with him. But then, excuse me, the guy who recruited him has talked to Askeladd and basically said, like, we need you to take this guy out. So that's where I am so far. It's really good. It's really good. Like, boat travel? Is there hasn't been any boat travel in Berserk yet, so I don't know how much is there. No, I like Dark. I like Revenge. Like Grit. So, like, the other stuff that I've picked up, so I picked up Vagabond. I just picked up today, because of Prime Day deals, I picked up the 3 deluxe volumes of Blade of the Immortal, which I've heard is quite good. It was a buy 2 get 1 free. What else did I pick up? Oh yeah. I did pick up the deluxe volume of Vinland Saga. Initially, I wasn't going to because they were more expensive, but they were quite cheap comparatively. But yeah, I like the dark revenge gritty stuff. Did I get anything lighter? What else did I get? I'm trying to look over at my stack. I got a couple volumes of Demon Slayer, but mostly because they were on sale, so they were like $4. But we'll see. I'm very much a bulk collector. So like when I collected Blu-rays, it was very much like bi-weekly I would go to Best Buy and just see like, okay, what do they have that's new, what's on sale, and just like grab a stack. And I think my final count was between 16 and 1800 Blu-rays. And then I sold them all. Because they took up so much space, and I just didn't watch any of them. So, yeah, I'm a bulk collector. I do things in big numbers. So, got a lot of stuff to read. There's a lot of stuff I want to read. There's a lot of stuff that I've missed out on, just like video games, except for these take way longer. Annie, no, I did respond. My last message was kind of pretty direct. Along for the journey? Yeah, let's do it. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks so much for hanging out. And this is official this time that I'm signing off. Officially. All right, take it easy. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.